Hi, this is Peter and welcome to Ask a Marketing Nerd. Today I've got help from Seamus over here. He's actually not that helpful, but he's going to be here in my camera view. The question I have today is from someone who wanted to remain anonymous, and their specific question is, how do you handle poor alignment between marketing and sales? Now I think we have an idea why they wanted to be anonymous. So there are a few different areas where you can be misaligned with sales. You can be misaligned with your goals. What are you trying to achieve? You could be misaligned with your targets, meaning in the accountability. So how much of the goal are you responsible for as a marketer versus what they're responsible for in sales? And you can be misaligned in the strategy. So in other words, you're pursuing an ABM strategy. They think they should be taking a digital marketing or a customer hospitality focused strategy. Make sure you have alignment in those areas. So how do you achieve this? First, you want to write things down. So write down your goals and include the non-sales related goals so that you can communicate them to your sales counterpart so they have a fuller perspective of what you're trying to do as a marketer. The second thing you want to do is, of course, write down and establish and hopefully get agreement about who's accountable for each one of these things. For instance, if sales has an overall pipeline goal of generating $10 million of pipeline, and as a marketer, you need to understand how much you're accountable for developing for the sales team. So you need to get agreement and write that down. And then third, write down the strategy that you're using to achieve those goals, because that can be a real break point for marketing and salespeople. They just have a disagreement of the strategic approach they're using to try to get there. So that's an important thing. And then what you want to do is you really want to focus on communicating your progress toward those goals. So again, if I've got something like pipeline that of course sales is going to be pretty excited and motivated about, you want to make sure that you're communicating the progress, communicating it really honestly. And if you're behind in your contribution to that objective, you need to communicate how you're going to get back on track. Because the reality is salespeople sometimes get frustrated with marketing people because they have a higher level accountability. In other words, if they don't hit their goal, they don't get paid. If marketing people don't hit their goal, sometimes there's a little bit less accountability with that. So make sure you're writing down what you're doing, how you're progressing against the goal in a way that they really agree with. Again, if you've got a pipeline element to the goal, you need to really precisely communicate that and not take credit for things that marketing might not have specifically developed in the pipeline. So make sure they really agree that, yeah, that stuff is things that marketing did contribute. And then finally, I'd recommend that you spend some time actually walking in the shoes of your sales team a little bit. What I'd like to do is take some phone calls from prospects, try to qualify them, make sure that the materials that you're developing for them for qualification actually work, the messages are resonant, etc., and hear what's going on with the customers. Also, that helps you figure out if the leads that are coming in are not really qualified. You're talking to them on the front line. It's actually really helpful for you to understand, are you doing it effectively? So those are some of the things that I'd recommend if you want to improve your alignment with sales. And what do you think, Seamus? I think he's bored. Thanks. I hope that was helpful.